for the editing. So today I wanted to give you some examples of what's the difference between a beginner's level for workouts, intermediate and advanced. So I guess in a nutshell, when you're beginning, you can't really do much in terms of intensity. You have to start slow. So you're going to walk slower as a beginner as opposed to an intermediate level or a runner. So I'm using this. I've talked about it before, but I want to go back to this specifically. This is a part of a program that's called Nutrisimple in French. And so it's a group of nutritionists who came up with a plan based on the activity that you do daily for weight loss or for health problems in general, and the portion control. What's considered a beginner's level, an intermediate level, or an advanced. So beginners, intermediate, and advanced level. So for 30 minutes, the examples that I want to give you is you go cleaning your house, okay, for 30 minutes. It doesn't say the intensity, but it's just you move while you're doing this. And then you have yoga. So yoga is 30 minutes again. It's good for stretching as well. Sometimes we forget that stretching the muscles is very important. It prevents injuries, but also it's good for overall wellness. It reduces anxiety. If you do yoga and meditation, it goes together. It's good for the kind of lifestyle that we have these days. We're busy people, young families especially. We work a lot, so yoga is good for many, many aspects, but it's considered a workout. Then we have muscle toning, or I guess not stretch, but forget the word, but muscle toning, let's say. A walk, but slower walk as opposed to a brisk walk. So 5 kilometers per hour. I don't know how fast this is, but it's a normal walk. It's not that slow actually. And then we have a canoe, but for something that's very leisure-like. Then I don't know why they put that. They put the HIIT 7-minute workout, but for me, the HIIT workout, 7 minutes, is more like an 8 intermediate. And then you have a 7-minute workout on YouTube. So if you ever never tried HIIT before, I would consider first of all, you can consult your doctor and you consult a nutritionist as well. So both different appointments will give you a better idea of what is your level exactly. Because maybe if you're already doing something physically, like at work or if you walk every day, maybe this is not going to be exactly a beginner's. So I don't know, sorry, I'm so hot. Just a second. Sorry about that. It's suddenly so hot in my room, I don't know why. All right, so so these are examples for beginner's level. Now intermediate, it's me that's using these terms because it's easier to understand. So we have badminton, still on a 30-minute kind of window. Golf, it's funny because they say to play golf, but you have to carry your clubs. So I guess it goes together. If you just do golf without carrying the clubs, maybe it's not as fat burning as opposed to walking. Then we have ice skating. Then we have a brisk walk. So instead of 5 kilometers an hour, you go 6.5 kilometers an hour. I think this is my pace. It's kind of fast. Then we have kayaking in a calm kind of river or, water. And then we have a downhill skiing. Downhill skiing is kind of a cardiovascular, but this maybe is you can imagine that it's maybe a more like a beginner slope or intermediate for 30 minutes. But mind you, 30 minutes is not that long, so advanced. Well, depending on where you start, it can be between intermediate and advanced, this category. So we have basketball, we have cycling, cycling in a level medium intermediate level, it says in here. Aerobic dance, for me cycling and aerobics is advanced, you know, depending if you're going really fast. But cycling indoor or outdoors, if you're doing something like 20 kilometers an hour, it's a very good workout. So aerobics is definitely if you're jumping, and even if you're not jumping, but if you have like a fast pace, it's definitely an advanced level. We have climbing, we have hockey, light jogging, judo and karate. Here we have rollerblading. So rollerblading is, I guess, it's a high level of intensity as opposed to ice. And then we have racquetball, squash, and tennis. Tennis one-on-one as opposed to 4 people on the court. We have soccer, volleyball, and Zumba. So this is just to give you an idea of at what level you think you are. So 30 minutes, it's kind of a minimum. Sometimes, personally, if I'm really not feeling well, or if I'm especially tired, I'm gonna do a 15-minute walk. It's not a lot, it's probably not enough either, but if I feel ill or under the weather, it's better than nothing. That's what I always say. So try to think about where you are and maybe give you an objective, you know, to go from 30 minutes to 35 minutes, or go from 30 minutes at a beginner's level for a couple of weeks when you start from scratch, or start from a real bottom, and then try another kind of physical activity or that you like. That's another thing that you should consider. Always pick things that are fun to you, the things that you like doing. Everything else, if you do it solely for weight loss, chances are you're going to give up and then you go back to where you are. So if it's the idea of losing weight, it's always good to consider the positive side of everything, you know, to be happy in it. See you next time.